What is up, Jamily? This is JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of JamiroFan Talks About, my discussionary series where I look at the past, present, and future of JamiroQuai, and now it's over 28 years of music making, and this is the third and final episode of my three-part series of JamiroFan Talks About, doing a deep dive of the Automaton tour, which took place from 2017 through 2019. This third episode will focus on the 2019 tour, which the tour started with JamiroQuai playing its second only. Back in 2018, they did play their first ever Middle Eastern tour date by playing in Tel Aviv, Israel. This second tour date, which capped off the 2019 tour, of course, was at the Dubai Jazz Festival in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. But the live set list for the 2019 tour for JamiroQuai kind of mirrored the one from 2018. The big surprise in late 2018's tour was, of course, the live debut of the standalone 2011 single, which was left over from the Rock Dust Light Star era of the song Smile. Well, JamiroQuai live debuted at their 50th tour date of 2018 at Piazza Sordello, and in the 2019 tour, as for the live set list, they did kind of stick to a greatest hits kind of the set list, but they did throw in a few little curveballs of interest, like playing Earthsea and Planet Earth's live remix and a few little other modifications here and there. But the big surprise of the 2019 tour in the sense of song debuts was the live debut in the latter half of the 2019 tour. They live debuted You Are My Love, which is a great ballad from JamiroQuai's 1996 groundbreaking, mainstream-breaking album, Traveling Without Moving. And that was just an amazing return, or a live debut, I should say, for You Are My Love on a tour which saw a set list changing with every tour date. It just kept changing and changing and changing and changing. Another big change on the set list was the encores. JamiroQuai do have two types of set lists that they usually play. If they play a festival date, it's a longer performance, so they can do a 2-hour set list, and sometimes there'll be at least a single to possibly a double encore. But if they play like the solitary tour dates at single venues, they don't usually do an encore. But the live set list, as I said, in 2019 did stick to a very greatest hits centric type of flow. But as for the focus of the 2019 tour, much different from when 2017, where they literally went to Latin America, South America, and that was in 2018. But in 2017, they toured everywhere from Japan to Europe, and then in 2018, they kind of branched out and went to Latin America, South America, and came back to the United States and nearly after a 13-year hiatus. But in 2019, JamiroQuai kind of was very conservative and stuck to the European summer music festivals for their touring. But they were, this is the third and final year of the Automaton tour, so I didn't see JamiroQuai or expect JamiroQuai to go wide open by going all around the world. But the ninth album for JamiroQuai is on the horizon. So the last tour date, of course, 2019 will be November 2nd at the BIMNet Festival in Bilbao, Spain, in the month of November of 2019. But overall, the Automaton tour as a whole was a very rejuvenating, exciting experience. And as I touched on in the 2018 tour last episode, I got to see them in New York, and it was my first live experience seeing JamiroQuai live and meeting some of the Jamily in the process in New York City. So it was just an amazing tour, and it really revitalized the online and offline Jamily around the world. This closes out this 3-episode deep dive of the Automaton tour from 2017 through 2019. I hope you enjoyed these episodes with me going into greater detail about this amazing 3-year tour, and hopefully on the horizon. JK has said it in several interviews and several videos on the official JamiroQuai HQ Instagram account that the 9th album is on the horizon for JamiroQuai, but it's all still up in here. So as for my speculation on when album 9 from JamiroQuai could come out and what kind of soundscapes we might get from it, I've talked about it several episodes in the past of JamiroFan Talks About, and also on JamiroQuai Minute episodes, discussing my speculation on the 9th album. But conservatively, I'm hoping that the 9th album could possibly be done, and or at least the first single could be done by late 2020 with a release of the 9th album the 9th album to hopefully come sometime going into 2021, to be conservative. It should be noted that Automaton itself, the album, took nearly 6 to 7 years to make, and in the process, the album sessions were delayed due to JK having a family, and that kind of put the album up on the proverbial shelf for a little bit, but after JK had his two lovely daughters, Tallulah and Carla, he came back to it, and they luckily finished the album around 2015, 2016. They finally finished the album, and then the tour just kicked off, and the album was absolutely amazing, and a return to the AFO kind of future tour funk type of sound. But that's it for this deep dive on the Automaton tour. I don't know about future episodes of JamiroFan Talks About, but if anything interesting of a JamiroQuai topicality, either old, present, or new, comes up, I'm going to hopefully be able to record an episode to fully flesh it out here on my series. But if you enjoyed this series, be sure to like, subscribe, and be sure to ding the bell on your YouTube page to keep up to date with all notifications of the latest new content from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. I do have a backlog of JamiroQuai Minute episodes that are yet to go live here on my channel. So as I said, ding the bell and you can keep up to date with all the latest news. But that's it for this series. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully there'll be future episodes of JamiroFan Talks About coming out very, very soon here on my channel. And as always, this is JamiroFan 2000, and if you want more information, as I talked about in the previous two episodes of JamiroFan Talks About, my deep dive of the Automaton Tour, if you need more information or want to look back at all the information of the Automaton Tour, I have a finality summary that is up on the JamiroQuai subreddit. At the top of the subreddit, it has a breakdown of all 74 tour dates of the Automaton Tour from between 2017 to 2019 with set lists, tour summary, each of my tour summaries that I did for the subreddit each day of every respective tour date for the last 3 years, all the playlists. In some cases, there were live streams of some of the gigs from the Automaton Tour, so they're going to be duly noted on each tour date that had a live stream. But I believe there was a total of 4 to 5 actual live streams from the Automaton Tour that JamiroQuai did that ended up getting to YouTube. So in some cases, there were some fans that actually went to the gigs and recorded the whole gig, so those will be duly noted in that finality summary too. So be sure to check out that finality summary in your own time for even more information that I was barely able to cover in this 3-part series of JamiroFan Talks About. And as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. Thank you again for watching, and thank you again everyone for the support of all the videos I do here on my channel. I'll see you again really soon with another episode of JamiroFan Talks About, many, many more JamiroQuai minutes, and many more JamiroQuai related videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody.